What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, DrewSpacely, here to talk to you guys about Armored Core 6. That shit goes hard. Let's get into it. Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, is something truly special. From the creators of Elden Ring and Dark Souls comes a mech epic that was once one of the studio's pioneering titles. Mercenaries fight over a resource named Coral on a planet named Rubicon, and some even use it as a kind of drug. This resource is what pushes the overall narrative forward in Armored Core 6 and creates all the drama within the game. Now, first and foremost, I must say that this review and overall for Armored Core 6 will be with some spoilers. I will be showing some endgame fights in my footage, and I have to say that this game has an incredible payout if you wait to play it your first time. So from here on out, this is your warning. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you stay for this, it's going to be great. Okay, now AC6 compared to other From Software games has a sense of difficulty most people will get slapped in the face by, but in my opinion that's a great thing. Bosses are fast and brutal on your first attempts, and learning boss tells and weaknesses is almost akin to puzzle solving, and it's within the game's #core gameplay loop. Y'all see what I did there? Playing around with mech customization and color coding them perfectly has become one of the most addicting aspects of the game for me. Sometimes I'll spend 2 hours perfecting my mech and coming up with crazy ways to win a fight, or just do it with the most style. After 3 playthroughs, collecting all hidden chests and beating all arena bosses, I've now acquired all weapons and parts within the game. Within that time, I've played and tried out almost every weapon and mech part, and if I didn't play with a specific weapon, then I played with a specific weapon's equivalent. And I have a pretty good idea how that gun works based off my prior experiences and based off watching the previews of those weapons. Landing shots in this game as you dash back and forth feels smooth. It's almost like dancing, and like prior FromSoft games give off a rhythmic feeling while playing. Flying has a sense of weight to it, and that's where you manage your mech's overheat/stamina gauge, because flying and dashing within the game will both overheat your mech. Leg parts and inner parts can help increase your speed or lengthen your energy gauge. Arm parts and chest parts helps you carry larger weapons and more weapons, and your headpiece can help you scan distances, and them shits just be fresh as fuck, dude. The balance between mech weight, weapon selection, and style is something I think they've gotten almost perfected. I understand some weapons and mech parts are supposed to be exclusive to certain playstyles, but I do think the weight does drive people into playing with some strong weapons coupled with the use of the same legs, and it does kinda hurt customization and style when it comes to mech parts because of weight restriction. Personally, I don't find it to be a huge problem, but it's something I do wish that they might have expanded more on, and maybe DLC will add more into that area if that ever sees the light of day. We all know that this in particular game director who created Armored Core 6 and Sekiro isn't typically into creating DLCs, but there's hope. Story-wise, the lore is near perfect, and the game has major payouts by the end of the game, and especially if you take the game into New Game Plus 1 and 2. Like most FromSoft games, to truly beat the game and collect everything, you'll have to beat it 3 times at least to acquire and see everything this game has to offer. I personally love that aspect, and I think it really does a lot for replay value, and adding new missions and alternate missions with new fights does a great job building the lore and really just making it a kick-ass way to tell a story. This was something that FromSoft hasn't really done since Dark Souls 2, and I've always loved that game because of those New Game Plus editions. Yeah, I can't lie, I kinda love Dark Souls 2, sorry not sorry. Now when it comes to the story of Armored Core 6, in the beginning you're some mercenary working to take independent jobs for the sake of acquiring some clout to help out your acquaintance named Handler Walter. The player character is asleep in a cryo chamber somewhere, and his consciousness is what's used to pilot the mech. You can't tell me that doesn't sound badass. Along the way you meet many cool and special characters and their mechs, and multiple factions who all have separate desires. Eventually, paths diverge and collide, and 621 makes new friends and enemies, and along the way, you take down some major players. With my personal favorite being a boss fight, Balteus. Beating and overcoming him on my first playthrough, before the nerfs, was a brutal endeavor, but once I finally got that victory, I felt like I've mastered the game, and its mechanics. It's like that true get good moment you have in every From Software game, where the game slaps you in the nuts over and over again, repeatedly. The first true boss fight, right? Everything else before this moment was basically tutorial. Welcome to Armored Core 6, scrubs. And don't even get me started on some of the other late game bosses. Man, they are brutal. And besides the outstanding boss fights, one of the standout parts of the game, to me at least, is the arena. This part of the game is used in other Armored Core games in the past, and within AC6 it's akin to the Chalice dungeons within Bloodborne. Whether you're within New Game or New Game Plus, your progress will remain, while the main story automatically starts fresh again after defeating the final boss. And within New Game Plus, it will add additional bosses to the fight to acquire more story context for the final true ending within New Game Plus 2. The game does a great job incorporating the arena into the overall game, and each mech you fight comes with its own lore to build upon some of the mechs that you will fight in the main game. Something I truly enjoyed was fighting someone in the arena and then coming across them in the main game, and vice versa. FromSoft did an amazing job with the story building and world building, as always. Overall, I would say Armored Core 6 is one of FromSoft's best games. Like, for real, you should go buy that shit today. Like, when you're done with this video, finish the video, and then go to the store, or go to your console, buy Armored Core 6 today. Yeah, it's PS5 controller. And somehow, they managed to strike lightning time and time again. It's almost as if they have that shit in their fingertips as they code. Now, I haven't gone through all S ranks to acquire my platinum yet, but I have about half. And that's something I plan on completing over the next couple weeks as I play Lies of P and Resident Evil 4 Remake separate ways. Now, if you're a fan of Souls-likes and anything that From Software creates, and you're going to skip out on Armored Core 6 because it's not a Souls-like, then I think you're making a huge mistake. I cannot recommend this game enough. I love it. And to top everything off, the PvP is also incredible. You would think it would be unbalanced and tons of nonsense and some builds can be bullshit, but believe it or not, everyone has their own idea of what the best build in the game is. And some of the most fun I had with PvP was picking certain weapons and doing things such as handgun only duels or linear rifle and sword duels. Picking specific weapons with people you know and going in there and fucking each other up. This game has a good sense of community. It's pretty sick. Another thing, the special weapons you'll find within the game are top of the line. It's truly special. If I had to put a number on Armored Core 6, it would be a 9.5 out of 10. AC6 is a near perfect mech game. Everything it sets out to do, it does nearly flawlessly. Not to mention, the story and lore is anime as fuck. I just can't say enough positive things about this game, and the way it made me feel while playing and after I finished it. I'm actually very happy and excited to have tons of missions to master over the coming weeks to acquire my platinum trophy, and I plan on achieving that. Now, thanks so much if you stayed this whole time. It means the world to me to have people watch, engage, and enjoy my content. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. Now, I know I haven't posted in some time. It's been about a month. Life's been crazy. So please, I hope you guys forgive me. I'll try to upload more frequently from here on out. And I have Lies of P. I have Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways planned. Lots of good content coming. So please subscribe. Do whatever you guys can to help me. I'm only one guy and I make these videos because it's my passion. So thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Damn. Yeah, these slow-mos are fucking sick. Peace.